How do you gut someone? Always trust my gut. Hello and welcome to Gutted. I am Aleece.
And I'm Tony, and we're here to spill our guts about horror film trailers. Thank you for watching and or listening to a mini episode of the Gutted Horror Podcast. If you're new to the podcast, please subscribe or follow us on YouTube, Instagram, or Spotify at Gutted Horror Podcast. Or you can email us at guttedhorrorpodcast@gmail.com.
Welcome to a pre-gutted episode where we will review the trailer of a horror film yet to be seen by us. Today we will be reviewing the trailer for Fall. Directed by Scott Mann.
And we've seen this trailer multiple times.
No, we've seen the teaser. We've only seen the teaser trailer.
The teaser.
Yeah, where it's just like the camera just shoots up this really tall tower in the middle of nowhere for some reason.
If you haven't checked out the Fall trailer, you should check it out.
Every hour that passes, the weaker we get.
If anyone called 911, they'd be here by now.
What is it that Dan used to say?
If you're scared of dying, don't be afraid to live.
Wow.
Did you say if you're afraid of dying, don't be afraid to live?
They put the font for their movie vertically.
No, I missed that. Rewind
Clever.
it. Is it?
Hopefully you all were able to watch that trailer because that was pretty good. Yeah. It's like, this
So
is
now
like a
you're
best
sold.
friend movie.
Yeah. Best friend helping her friend face her trauma because it's been a year since your husband died free soloing El Capitan. Get over it. So let's go climb this ginormous tower in the middle
And
of
let's
nowhere.
not tell anyone.
Make sure there are no emergency services for miles.
Exactly.
That will help you face your fear.
We don't want anyone to know we climbed
I just
this
feel
tower.
like, yeah, help your friend face her trauma, but go rock climbing at a gym. Not climb up this obscenely tall pole.
Don't you love it in movies where it's the source of the terror or the horror is just someone who did something incorrectly, like in open water where it's like, I forgot to give you a life jacket. All right, yeah, go that way. Everyone else is going to go that way. I know that's not what happened, but it was basically
Did you say open water?
So is someone...
No, it's more like
so what I'm saying is the
water.
source of the terror... Let me start over
Okay.
again. The source of the terror is like somebody who's bad at their job.
Yes.
So in this case, we can blame the welder.
The welder?
Yeah, do you see those rusty bolts?
You can't blame this welder.
They should have had a gate around it that said absolutely no climbing.
You know, it's like when you're a kid and you have straws and you're trying to make the longest straw possible. You're not anticipating somebody needing that straw to drink a life-saving beverage. You're just doing it just 'cause. I'm assuming that's what the architect of this pole did. He just wanted to see how tall of a pole he can make.
I wonder if it's a thing to climb
Poles?
signal towers or whatever these are.
Is that what this is?
I don't know what this thing is, but
Yeah.
it looks like a ride at Six Flags, and I definitely want to ride it.
You do? Nah.
Yes.
Looks boring. I'm impressed they got Jeffrey Dean Morgan to be in this.
Top billing. Actually, who are the actors in this?
Grace Caroline Curry
Okay.
and Virginia Gardner. Never heard of either of them.
Okay.
And Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I guess, plays...
All right.
Does he play like a dad? Someone's dad?
He probably plays the person that says, you shouldn't climb that pole because I know the welder and he's not a very good one.
No, don't blame the welder. Don't put this on the welder. Put it on that blonde friend named Hunter.
Who directed this?
Scott Mann.
Scott Mann.
He made another movie called The Heist that also starred Jeffrey Dean Morgan. It was a big action movie.
It's an interesting premise.
Yeah.
It's like it's like one of those how would you survive, so it's like you're watching it the whole time and you're like, no, use your shoelaces and then you can get an extra 3 feet of rope.
I'm thinking they should just shimmy down the pole. Done and done.
Well, is that your prediction for what's going to happen at the end? They just shimmy down the pole. They're like,
No.
all right, F it, let's do this.
Someone's going to get tetanus because they're going to get cut on some rusty nail. They're going to survive the pole and then get tetanus.
What does this movie remind you of?
Well, I was thinking, this even when I saw the teaser, I was like, this is just like 47 meters down. They should rename it.
And then you found out that it's from the same creators.
I think same producers or something. I honestly...
So there's some producer out there who's just thinking of like, what are different scenarios?
What are
where
very
two best
cheap
friends,
locations where you don't have to move around a lot?
What would be your 47 meters / fall movie? What scenario would you put your two characters?
In a bed. Can't leave bed.
That's just
John
that's
Lennon
and Yoko.
No, that's Misery.
Misery,
yeah. Been done. Dang it.
How about they're in a car?
Okay, Cujo. There's that one movie with Ryan Reynolds called Buried, where he's in a coffin.
Let's see. You're in an elevator.
See, everything
was the devil.
That's devil.
Or
Yeah,
just
everything's
devil.
either like you're inside or you're on top or you're below. Let's think of some different prepositions. What about like next to?
You're next to a dumpster.
Now you got me thinking. I'm like, okay, under a table.
Next to, yes, I'm under a table. I'm on top of a table. I'm next to a table. All right, they've done it all. They've thought of everything.
They thought of everything. Good job. Fall was the last option. What are your predictions?
I think they're going to fall.
Okay, both of them?
Yes. Within the first 15
to their
minutes.
deaths?
This is a 15-minute movie.
I don't think so. I can look at the running time right here. It says it's an hour and 47 minutes.
That's a long fall.
Yeah. These people like this number 47. 47 minutes.
There's got to be something.
Coincidence?
It's like the end of the film stock or something like that.
How?
Or like you have to be an hour and 46 minutes to be considered for an Oscar. So they're like, let's do an hour 47. This one's a shoo-in.
I don't think that's a thing.
My prediction is that they are going to conquer their fear of falling.
Well, it's not both of their fear. It's just that one girl who lost her husband a year ago. Which I have to say, it's only been a year. Let her grieve more.
Do you think there's going to be another character that shows up, and then that is a character written in specifically to die?
It's usually the support people. It's like
like Jeffrey Dean Morgan shows up. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna help you," and he starts climbing up. He gets like 30 feet up, and then he just falls.
Because do you think he's someone's dad? Is he the main girl's dad?
I think he's like the groundskeeper.
I think emergency services will show up, and someone who is part of this emergency crew is going to try to shimmy up this pole and save them.
But
he or she is going to leave a bunch of helpful things that they can use, but he will plummet to his death, and like they won't help him. But they'll be like, okay, let's go get Ricky's. He left some hooks. We can use those hooks. Or he left extra rope, and now we can use rope to get down to the level that we need to. It's going to save us.
And then in the one last effort, since her friend's already dead,
Okay, so friend dies. All right.
Friend dies, so she jumps and tries to use the friend to break the fall. No, I don't know. I really don't know. It's a mystery.
That's dark. She's gonna grab onto her friend and plummet and try to like land on her body.
You never know.
So the main girl's a murderer. Self-preservation.
Free for all.
Free fall.
So what do you think you're gonna like about this movie?
I mean, it seems predictable. Like,
well, but we can't predict it. We said they're gonna fall.
I feel like blonde girl is gonna fall to her death trying to save her traumatized friend, because blonde girl's gonna be like, this is all my fault, you know, kind of like in 47 Meters Below, that little scene where she's trying to go for the backpack, and then the main girl's like, don't do it, Hunter, and then she does it, but it looks like she's gonna miss.
Someone should have just paid attention to the rules. And
what
maybe
rules?
Like, don't climb the pole. I feel like they're gonna walk by.
Do you think there was a rule on the pole at the bottom?
I think they're gonna walk by and they're gonna see a sign that says danger, some sort of basic safety sign that says do not climb. And so it's really like, all right, this is your fault. You got yourself into this situation.
You know what I think is gonna happen?
What?
I think a storm is gonna roll in during the climax. There's gonna be lightning. And they are prime targets. I would love it if a thunderstorm rolled in to add more stakes to like they have a time crunch here they have to get down in a certain
I would
amount of
love
time.
it if there was like a bird that flew up there and then
bird?
and then they tried to capture it to eat it because they're in survival mode.
Okay, how many days do you think they're going to be on this tower?
I'm hoping like 3 weeks.
3 weeks? If you've watched Naked and Afraid, people can survive 3 days without water.
In that kind of heat, I'd say 2.
Fine, 2 days without
Maybe.
water. When are you likely to see this movie?
Opening weekend.
Yeah,
In
like you're going to
theaters
dress
eventually.
up as a pole.
Or are you going to see it in theaters eventually?
Yeah.
Like you just happen to be walking by a theater.
It's Bargain Tuesday. It's only $5.
Or is the trailer enough? And
Yeah,
you're like,
that's
good.
all you
good.
need to know.
Yeah.
You're good.
So which is it?
I feel like I would see it in theaters eventually.
And I would agree with you.
I think this movie would be a good one to see in the theater because it does seem like it would have that kind of cinematic, huge quality.
Exactly. I'm going to see
maybe
this in IMAX. Or
exactly.
the Big D.
I think this would be a good one in IMAX.
Yes,
Like,
we're going to
wow,
see
I feel
this
like I'm in the
in
desert.
IMAX.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to be playing on the IMAX theater. I think that's usually
man.
reserved for like Marvel movies.
Yeah, it's going to be in the small theater.
Top Gun.
That has like 6 seats.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Are you going to see this movie? Are you going to watch the trailer?
If you had one location and the actors had to be there for the entire duration of the movie, where would it be?
Thanks for watching, and go see the trailer. Go see the movie.
And let us know.
Let us know if you saw it.
What you think?
Let us know if they fell, because I'm not going to see it, and I want it to be spoiled.
You just said you're going to see it in theaters eventually.
I lied.
Well,
All right.
I'm going to see it, so don't spoil it for me, please.
This has been a pre-gutted
Pre-gutted.
mini episode. Thanks for watching.